Hey.
How's it going?
Oh, first of all, Austin, happy birthday.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
I have a half-eaten brownie in your honor. My husband didn't realize I was using it for a
That
Zoom,
is
and
so funny.
Wow.
well,
That's so,
I
so
wish you
sweet
all
of
the
you.
best.
Thank you.
So, Austin, if you don't mind, let me start with you. I know for Elvis, you had a whole wardrobe and everything to help get you into character. And then, of course, something like Dune, same thing. What was that thing in this film that helped you the most when it came to getting into Hank's character?
This one was the book. The book really was helpful because it's written from his point of view. So there's so many internal thoughts, you know. So that was very helpful. We also had Charlie who wrote the book. He was on set
Yep.
almost every day. So being able to have conversations with him, both about his experience of living in New York and his experience bartending, and then it was conversations with Darren and us being able to rehearse. And you just reminded me of the fact that we had these rehearsals where Darren taped off before the sets were built. And so it was like when you're rehearsing a play where you have a taped off environment and
Yeah.
just like a
Oh,
chair,
wow.
bed, and so we got to rehearse before the sets were even built. So that was very helpful.
I made a save tonight. OD.
I know the film is caught stealing. I won't ask you guys if you've ever stolen anything or if you wish you could have stolen something, but I do want to
Oh, so
ask
nice.
about caught sneaking. Have you
Huh?
ever snuck into a movie theater, and when was the last time you did it?
Oh,
I
I
would
thought you were gonna say
encourage that.
sneaking around and like a peeping Tom or something.
Oh,
I,
sneaking
I
into a movie theater.
yeah, I used to do that as a kid. I used
I
to
used to do that.
jump into people's backyards. Did you do
Oh,
Wait,
that?
what?
talking about sneaking into, no, you freak.
I don't know if I ever snuck into a movie.
Oh my, but you watch people in their back.
You would go to somebody's yard and
I found people to be very interesting. Yeah, yeah.
that's almost
I was
creepy.
little. I was like 7, 8 years old. I don't know what was going on for me, but I would dress in dark colors.
Is this
Are
real?
you making this up?
No, I'm
I
serious.
think he's being
And,
honest.
and I would hop the fence into neighbors' yards. And
No way.
I would spy on them.
I don't believe you.
I think
I
you
don't
did
believe you.
it. The dark colors is too specific. Okay, we're gonna
I'll
come.
tell you more.
Okay.
I'll tell you more.
I want to know if I can take this seriously.
I do want to ask about the chemistry. I know that you all are great actors. I know you've had chemistry before with co-stars, but honestly, I can't recall a time. This was the kind of chemistry that as a moviegoer, I felt uncomfortable. Like I felt like I shouldn't be
Oh,
here.
wow. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
You
so
were watching someone
fantastic.
else in their house when.
I have experience with this.
But can you guys tell when it is a little bit special? Like there is another level here.
Yeah, of course. I feel like we adore each other and get along really well and understand each other's minds pretty easily and quickly, you
Yeah.
know?
You
And
feel safe,
yeah,
Yeah.
safe on both parts. So,
yeah.
yeah.
And then also having a great director, you know, and not only in terms of like shaping the scenes and the characters, but also just created an environment where we felt comfortable to try things and
Yeah,
to
yeah.
and he encouraged us to spend a lot of time together and I feel like that's something you kind of can't fake is just
Yeah.
really getting to know each other, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was just effortless. Zoe, real quickly as we wrap, Austin's family, a lot of them live in Arizona, and I just want you both to know that we've got 19 of them, family members and friends, heading to Harkins, a Harkins theater to watch this I think next week at early screening. And I've warned them, besides seeing Austin get beat up a lot, it is just fantastic. They're going to love it.
Oh, it's
Oh,
so
wow.
cool.
Thank you. Thank you for setting that up. Harkins is such a great theater. I love that I got to come out to Arizona and get to see.
Opening week, he came with Baz for
Yeah,
Elvis. I
yeah,
still can't
friends.
believe it. So
Yeah,
Cool.
we
you
flew
guys are
out.
both due back.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Happy
amazing.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So nice to see you.
Take care.
Welcome to Narnia.
I know it's somewhat of a tragic story, but man, I had a grin on my face for a large part of the movie. You all were just fantastic.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Matt, I want to start with you. I can't get Russ out of my head. I just absolutely fell in love with him. And I know actors talk often about the process of getting into character. What about the process of getting out of character? Did he stay with you as well?
Well, I kept the haircut for like three and a half months after it. Can you believe? And it
No.
when my friends were like, "Dude, man, this is you know, it looks shit. Get rid of it." My mum hated it.
Oh,
Like, son, you gotta what, in a sort of nice mum way. I was like, Mum, leave me alone. I've got a braid in my hair. And yeah, so he kind of hung around, man. It was good. It's had such a fun time playing him. I sort of didn't want to let him go, maybe.
so it never even grew on mom? Like even after a few months, it didn't grow on her?
She wasn't the biggest fan of it. She
All
likes,
right.
you know, she likes me to like a mum haircut,
Yeah.
right? Look like, I mean,
We
yeah,
got to keep her happy.
yeah, pretty much. It's a life's work.
Mom,
Yeah.
When was the last time you talked to these guys?
Regina, you didn't have a mohawk clearly, but was there something that helped get you into that time period, that mindset for Roman?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wore I didn't have a mohawk, but I wore a wig, and he didn't wear a wig. Not too bad.
Yeah.
One of the things that our hair designer, John Carter, just absolutely amazing. All of us went through major hair transformations for our characters. And for me, just the conversation of um, this is a detective. She probably is not keeping a regular standing hair appointment, so her roots should be showing a little bit.
Right.
It should not be just a perfect dye job. What does that look and feel like? And from wearing wool coats in the winter and all the time, your hair kind of gets a little damaged from the wool. So let's kind of make her ends a little thin. And it
Wow,
was
nice.
fun. Yeah, just
Great.
playing with
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Talk about details. That's one thing I loved about this movie. I mean, so many details. No character is wasted. I just thought everybody deserved their own film. And I'm wondering, besides the people you all play, who was maybe a side character that you were fascinated by that you would love to see in their own standalone?
The two Russians.
Yuri and Nikita,
Yeah, man.
1000%.
I'd watch whatever they're doing at home on a Wednesday and then just getting into trouble.
Yes, fully.
It's
I mean,
so
just even
great.
watching them in conversation
In real life.
In real life.
Yeah.
I know it is Austin Butler's birthday. I'm not sure who decided that he should do a press junket on his big day, but in honor of Austin, can we gush about him for a second? Just tell me the biggest thing that surprised you about Austin Butler when you got a chance to work with him.
I'll be honest. I keep my expectations low and my energy high. So I don't think I went in with any particular expectations, but he is truly a joy. He's so giving. He's a giving human. And that is just, you want that as a scene partner. You want someone that is fully committed and is understanding that they're as good as you are. So he wants you to be great,
Yeah, he's a very humble, graceful man and very hardworking, but also I think he sort of has a quality in life, I think, that you want to lean into, which is why he's such an interesting and truly is and I don't use the term lightly, he's a movie star, but actually he carries that mantle with real grace, and he's got a good sense of humor about himself. And yeah, I can't speak highly enough of him, to be honest.
He had that idea of doing the hit to the throat.
Yeah, he created that scene.
Darren, I'm Tara Hitchcock. I work with the largest independently owned theater chain in the U.S., Harkins Theaters.
I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for the work you do.
Well, thank you. In fact, we've got 19 of Austin's family members who live in Arizona and friends going to the Harkins for an early access screening on the 23rd, and I told them they're going to love it.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations on this. You and I think, are about the same age, but I know back in the late 90s, his
You look
birthday
so
today.
much better than me, dear. So
What?
much better.
I've got a big ring light. I don't know about you, but the ring light.
Believe me, I got more lights than you do.
Okay. Well, the ring light definitely helps, to be honest with you. But I'm curious, what did you want someone who at the time was 7 or 8 to know about the late 1990s? Because,
You're talking
man,
about
you nailed it.
Austin.
Yeah.
You know, he does his homework so hard. He's such a hardworking guy. I definitely had to teach him how to operate an answering machine. That was a big one for him. But really, he, explaining the ins and out of of a flip phone, a StarTech phone. There were a lot of little details that he had to figure out, like, do you pull the antenna out? Do you drop the antenna? All that type of stuff. Really difficult acting stuff for the boy.
Well, speaking of details, that's another great thing about this film. I mean, there is no role that is wasted in this. Every single person or animal in this film I was fascinated by and wanted to know more by. Was there a character, obviously not the main characters, but was there someone that just merits their own film? They were so much fun to do on screen.
Oh my God, I would love to do the prequel with Russ, you know, Matt Smith's Mohawk character, meeting Liev and Vincent D'Onofrio in that early story. So, you know, that would be a fun film to make.
This does such a great job of explaining, and I know there are a lot of movies that do this, how one thing can go wrong or right in your life and it sends you on a whole different path.
Yeah.
There are many reasons why you are here doing what you do and you're so good at it. But is there one particular thing that you find yourself thinking about often that really explains why you are here today doing what you do?
Oh, wow. In my life,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I was blessed with my college roommate assignment that the college picked, because he was an animator, he was in the arts, and he gave me the courage to start drawing. Really, it was that simple. The right person at the right time to send me down that path and get me kind of fascinated and interested in kind of looking at the physical world and how to represent that on a two-dimensional surface. I mean, we're like best of friends from when we met freshman year. So it's nice to see him. He actually did all the visual effects on this movie, so we still work together.
Chemistry is a tough thing, in my opinion. I know these are great actors. I know they've acted before with people where they share and have chemistry, but this was the kind of chemistry that almost made me uncomfortable. Like at one point, I'm like, I shouldn't be in the room right now. How do you know you've stumbled upon chemistry that good?
That's all luck, to be honest. You never ever know. It's all luck.
You can't tell when you're, I mean, can you tell when you're
They
shooting?
actually never did even I guess they call it a chemistry meet or something. They never even did that because Austin was somewhere and Zoe was somewhere. When they started to hang out, it was just clear we were all going to be the best of friends, and we're still all the best of friends. I thought you were talking about Austin with the cat, Tonic. That was the real
that's
thing.
undeniable.
I couldn't control that. That was out of control.
I like you, Hank.
Should I stay or should I